So I grew up in Ireland, I grew up in Galway, and the amazing thing about Irish culture is that music is like a fundamental sort of backbone to a lot of the culture that I grew up in. Milwaukee's like my second home, weirdly. I've spent the most amount of my time here in Milwaukee. I spent months of my life, really, now over the years. I came here first, I think I was maybe 20, the first time I came here, 13 years ago. I fell in love with Milwaukee. I fell in love with the Midwesterner attitude to life. I came here back, I think in 2012 was the first time I ever played in Milwaukee at Milwaukee Irish Festival. I was a kid, essentially. I had never toured in America. It was my first American gig, was at this Milwaukee Irish Festival, which is, it totally ruins every other gig that you ever do for the rest of your life.
Music came into my life at a really young age. My dad was really into Irish music when I was really little. When I was maybe 5 years old, he and my uncle started an Irish band in Milwaukee called Leahy's Luck. And when I was 7 years old, I joined the band. Little 7-year-old me sang 2 songs. The band that we started has been playing for 35 years. And this is, I think, our 35th year at Milwaukee's Irish Fest.
I think Milwaukee has this strange likeness for me. It has a strange likeness to where the city that I grew up around, which is Galway. Of it being kind of like a big town that like people know each other, people care. And then just over the years of coming back here again to be able to play music to people, and Milwaukee people come out, and I really appreciate that.
Hello, Milwaukee, how you doing? Pulled away too soon, ended by the hand of a lover never known. I am a shadow in the trees, lament my wicked heart. I am not gone long or far, I'm only overneath. I am a shadow in the trees. You can sing it if you want. Question for a God, would he hear my pleas? Release me from this end. I am a shadow in the trees. Heartbreaking is my cry, convincing in its tone to win the heart of God. I am a shadow in the trees. Fools to challenge nature's course, for what is gone is gone. I am a shadow in the trees. One look was all it took, a promise that we broke, that I should drift away. I am a shadow in the trees. How you feeling tonight? You feeling good? It is so good to be back in here in Milwaukee. So, how many of you have ever seen me before? Put up your hands. Wow. So, how many people are new? Put up your hands if you're new. Amazing. So my name is David Howley. I come from Galway in Ireland. Who's been to Ireland? That is more than the population of Ireland in the same room. I want to introduce the really wonderful people I have on stage with me. Over there, playing Bauer on all the percussion. Give it up for Milwaukee's own Caitlin Leahy. The slightly taller, slightly more handsomer version of me on mandolin, octave mandolin. Give it up for David Howley. Over here on the fiddle, on vocals. Give it up for Kiana June. So, we're really excited for tonight. This has been a long time coming, and I'm glad to be here. Thanks for being here. We're gonna sing this part together. Here we go. One word. Louder. That's your part. Keep singing. Here we go. Maybe you could stay. Sing. While away the day. One would ever know. Yeah. No one would ever know. Sing it. Maybe you could stay. One more. Yeah. Thank you very much. It is really, really good to be here in Milwaukee. Thank you so much for coming out. And what an awesome thing for me to be here. The last time I was here was 2023, the ICHC. I was on my own. And now I get to be on stage with these incredible people and do a little bit better of a job introducing everybody over there. From Leahy's Luck, now living in Boulder, Colorado, in the pink corner, give it up for Caitlin Leahy. Some of you may recognize Kiana from other projects, bands, chief fiddle player of Gaelic Storm for years, superstar fiddler of Come From Away, the Broadway show, and most importantly, and the reason that I can afford to have Kiana on stage with me, my sister-in-law, Kiana June Weber.
Definitely the most important.
And then, of course, as a lot of you know, me and Martin have been on stage together for all of my life and most of his. My older brother, my star, my inspiration. Give it up for Martin Howley.
Honestly, when Dave said I could come to Milwaukee and meet you all, I was like, I'm in. I'm there. I have a bag of cheese curds back there. I got my Packers jersey on underneath.
Martin drove to Milwaukee so he could drive home with 500 cases of spotted cow. Come in, you know that I am waiting for you. You're in every single movement I feel. Don't rush. Feel it pressurizing my love. Just push the rhythm of my body and yours, and we'll go down, 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 down. You can clap your hands. Down, 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 down. Here we go. I feel on every inch of me the flames burn me to an ember and freeze my soul. I am breathless in the wilds, it's true, and I know God will hardly save me from you. Down, 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 down. We go down. We go down, 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 down. I waited for you, I waited for too long. There's a coming of a season, seeds are willing, spirits strong. There are angels in my corner, there are diamonds in my blood. Let them sparkle in the sunlight, feel the heat upon my skin. I have waited for you, I have waited for too long. There's a coming of a season, seeds are willing, spirits strong. There are angels in my corner, there are diamonds in my blood. Let them sparkle in the sunlight, feel the heat upon my skin. Down, 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 down. We'd love to sing you some Wee Banjo 3 songs tonight. This is a song that we wrote a long time ago, but it's still relevant. This is called Haven. Lay down your weapons, lay down with me. We will stare at the stars and think what life could be. You can sing with me. Island of memories, we'll leave them where they lie. We make a choice for love and joy. Moonlight's a path we can travel down. Rivers run wild with what has come before. Cast aside for new and more and more and more and more and more and more. Sing with us. Let me be your haven. Yeah. Let me be your light. trouble, we've had strife, we've made our plans to march on towards to the promised lands. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, walk with me neath the rising sky. We make a choice for love and joy. The moon lights a path we can travel down. Rivers run wild with what has come before. Cast aside for new and more and more and more and more and more and more. Let me be your haven. Let me be your light. Sail with me across the ocean. And let me be your haven. 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 Sing it with me. Let me be your haven. Loud as you can. Let me be your haven. Yeah. Let me be your haven. Keep singing. Let me be your haven. Be alive. Give it up for David Howley on the mandolin. This is a song called Feel the Moon. It's a funny thing, right? I wonder if any of you have this experience. When you're in your teenage years and maybe your early 20s, you have this feeling that all you want to do is to be loved. It's like the most important thing to you is to be loved. And I'm finding something changing over time, other than I can now grow facial hair. I think it's interesting that as I get older and I maybe now understand my parents better and I understand the people that are older than me better, because I've realized that the greatest feeling, one of the most incredible feelings you can feel, is to love somebody. What a gift that someone comes into your life and completely ruins all your plans. And for me, this next song is less a song about being loved and more of a song about the joy of loving somebody. So if you're here with your loved one or your partner, maybe both, it's a new world, people. This would be a perfect one to hold their hand. And if you're on your own, just hold hands with the person beside you. Just one of their hands, not both. Feel the moon settle on your skin. Feel her warmth. She is here and listening to the sound of water rushing in underground. Breathe and let her in. Ooh. You are the earth with magic in your bones, intertwined with starlight on your skin, and we dance like lovers left alone in the dark. Breathe and let her in. 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 Feel the moon settle on your skin. Feel her warmth. She is here and listening to the sound of water rushing in underground. Breathe and let her in. Breathe and let her in. Breathe and let her in. Breathe and let her in.
Feel the Moon is a really weirdly important song to me. I grew up in an interesting culture, I guess, in some ways, as a lot of us did. I grew up, and I was lucky that my dad's a super sensitive guy, and my mom is the really strong, powerful type in our family. So I had maybe an exposure to a little less gender normative, a less gendered approach to life. And then going to school as a really sensitive kid, I struggled because the message I was getting is you have to be a man and you have to be strong and you're not allowed to cry. But then trying to fit who I was into that little box didn't fit. And I think that was a really big struggle of mine. And I imagine it's a pretty big struggle for a lot of men out there. And then I think the kick of that is we have an issue with toxic masculinity. And I think that for me, it's a redefinition of what masculinity and what femininity is. The feminine and the masculine isn't really man and woman. It's the parts of you. And I see that maybe in accepting and allowing the more feminine part of me, the softer part of me, the more maternal, the more caring side of me, actually letting that blossom and out into the world and being more comfortable in that has weirdly strengthened and formed a more mindful and easygoing masculine side of me. And I owe that to the relationships in my life. I've been really lucky to, have a partner who is accepting of all the parts of me. And Feel the Moon specifically it's an ode to the feminine. It's an ode to love. It's an ode to the feeling of loving somebody else. And for me, that is like the feminine within me. That is the softness and the gentleness, but also the power within that softness and gentleness, and a redefinition of it. So yeah.
Let's see those hands. Here we go. Ha, 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 ha. You ready? Give it up to the Glencastle Irish dancers. Let's see those hands. Ha, 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 ha. I'm gonna do a love song next. It's called Chapter 1.
Yeah, Chapter 1 is a song. Oh man, talk about like feeling like you have to redefine all of the rules. I got a text from Caitlin one evening. It was an Atlantic article about the feelings of falling in love. And then me being the complete overdramatic person I am, realized that I was having a lot of these big feelings, and I decided I would put them in a song. So 2 hours later, I sent Caitlin a recording that I had made in my little studio in County Kerry in the mountains. And that recording went on to be the version that went on the album, which is, I recorded it. So in music production, of course, similar to any other type of art, you maybe write something or create something, and then you modify it, and then you do iterations, and you really you hone it into like the best it can possibly be. Which is how I've done nearly every other song I've ever recorded, apart from this one. I sat down, my mics were all on, I'd been doing studio work earlier that day, and I just, instead of recording the demo into my iPhone like I normally would, just so I could remember it, the very first time I sang the song was into a really nice microphone that I own. And when I was producing the album, I would try to re-record the song multiple times and never could get back to that feeling that it was to sing that song for the first time.
When he performs it, I've told him not to tell people that it's about somebody in particular, because I think it's, like, I think we can all relate to that. I think we can all relate to, like, feeling loved or wanting to feel loved or wanting to feel perfect and to be told those things. So yeah, it's such a, for me, it feels really fun that when he performs it and I can see people's eyes, I can see other people reacting to it and like feeling that, like, I get to have empathy with them of the feelings that they're having, and also hear my partner sing a song about me. So
I love the aspect of that song that it is just a voice and a guitar. That's it. Simple. And maybe that's also my other feeling about love and relationships. It's actually pretty simple when you boil it down.
Oh, I never pack a raincoat. My poor grandmother, she tried. She'd say the ones who end up wisest are the ones who start off wild. And I am constantly in motion, scared to death of being alone. But when I'm lying there beside you, yeah, I guess I feel at home. And I get quiet when I'm hurting. Yeah, I get it from my dad. I talk too much when I get nervous. No one to thank but me for that. And I get funny when I'm jealous. I think too much, ask not enough. When I'm lying there beside you, oh, I hope you call my bluff. And what if I don't deserve you enough? We make a world and I can't hold it up. What if all that I've known to be true about love was only just chapter 1? They say patience is a virtue. Have they ever seen your body? And every line reads like a roadmap. And exploring, it's my hobby. I hope you learn to take a compliment. Oh, Lord knows that you deserve them. I know you think you've got this work to do, but to me you're imperfect. What if I don't deserve you enough? You make a world and I can't hold it up. What if all that I've known to be true about love was only just chapter 1? Thank you. Welcome back to the stage, Kiana, June Weber, David Howley, and Caitlin Leahy. All right.
You couldn't get rid of us for long.
We're going to do, so myself and Martin grew up, folk music was kind of, an Irish traditional music was our bread and butter. It's what we listened to all the time. And we're going to do a folk song for you next. It's a story. It's called Pretty Fair Maid. It's a really beautiful story. Kiana's going to kill me because I'm going to tell the truth. Kiana actually was missing 2 lines of this song. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and she's been missing 2 lines of the song, which literally changed the entire meaning of the entire song. So it's about a girl, and she's in her front garden, and along comes this guy, and he says, "Will you marry me?" Which is a strong open. And she says, "I can't actually. There's this guy that I'm in a relationship. If you're younger than 22, that's what you call a situationship. And I'm waiting for him. He's coming back for more." And this is the part where 2 lines makes a big difference. The 2 lines are essentially, he takes his hand out of his pocket, she sees this ring on his finger and says, "Oh, you're the guy that went to war and came back."
It's the same guy.
It's
Plot
the
twist.
same guy. Because
Missed that.
Kiana thought it was a different guy. And it's a very different
And
story.
she just got excited about the ring and was like, "Oh, fine, you'll do." Terrible song. Anyways,
We've been doing this, we've done this a lot. I think that Kiana even talked to Martin,
I was like, "Why are we
quietly
doing
about
this
this, being like,
song?
"I don't know why David's doing this song."
It's not very romantic.
Anyway, this is called Pretty Fair Maid. 1, 2, 3. Pretty fair maid was in her garden when a stranger came riding by. He came up to the gate and called her, said, "Pretty fair maid, will you be my bride? I have a true love who's in the army, and he's been gone for 7 long years. And if he's gone for 7 years longer, I'll still be waiting here for him. Perhaps he's on some waterfront drowning. Perhaps he's on some battlefield slain. Perhaps he's to some fair girl married, and you may never see him again. But if he's drowned, I hope he's happy. And if he's on some battlefield slain, well, if he's to some fair girl married, I'll love the girl that marries him. Then he took his hand out of his pocket, and on his finger he wore a golden ring. And when she saw that band a-shining, a brand new song she began to sing. And then he threw his arms all around her, the kisses gave her a 1, 2, 3. Said, you're my true and loving soldier who's come back home to marry me. Oh, pretty fair maid was in her garden when a stranger came riding by. He came up to the gate and called her, said, pretty fair maid, will you be my bride? A much better story.
It's so interesting how folk music has expanded and how it continues to expand. David and I were just at a conference a couple weeks ago in Montreal called Folk Alliance. And they do these showcases. There's official showcases where there's a lot of people in each room, and the artists have been invited there to perform this official showcase. And then from 10:30 p.m. to 3 o'clock in the morning, there are just like 4 levels of the hotel taken over all the hotel rooms by different musicians. And it was so fascinating. There was a ton of Canadian folk, a lot of just folk music from every single country. And then they combine and they make crossovers of different folk music. So I think it's so fascinating because I feel like I maybe grew up with a narrower version of what folk is, a narrower mentality of what folk is. I don't even know if I considered myself a folk musician. So it's just, I think it's a really cool umbrella of musics. And one of the things that I helped David with is pitching his music to playlists. And it's so funny, you have to select what genre you're in, and there's like, acoustic folk, but there's like trance folk, and just every single country has their own version of it. And there's like punk folk, and there's literally, the opportunities are endless. So folk music to me is just expansive.
I think I had like a really good education, and I feel very lucky for that. My dad, again, he is an avid fan of both American folk and American country music, as well as Irish folk music. So I grew up with a tape recorder outside my bedroom door that had these mixtapes but it was like a smorgasbord of music. It was everything from Paul Brady and Andy Irvine to the Beatles, to, you know, Garth Brooks, you know, Stills, Nash and Young. So all of this music came in to us as music. It wasn't sectioned out into this is this and this is this and this is this. It was this is all music. And so from a pretty young age, the borders between music became a little less visible.
Thought I heard you, and I meant to before I spoke. There's a feeling lies between us like a ghost. I can't fit a feeling into words, and anything I say just makes it worse. And I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. I thought I heard myself say your name like a prayer. Didn't mean so much that I hold you with the angels. But I can't fit a feeling into words. But anything I say just makes it worse. I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. Sing that with us. I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. Sing it! I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. Sing it. I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it, I can tell you I feel it too. Yeah. You can start it, Thank you very much. We're going to do another Wee Banjo 3 song for you next. Give a huge round of applause to your bar staff here tonight, taking care of you. Give it up! Also, Mark, Joe, and Liz, production, front of house, and lights. Give it up for your staff here tonight. Give it up! Forgive me all my secret storms and all the rest that's in between. Turn towards the love, sing. Turn towards the love. From the earth we came to know the trenches where we learn to grow. Turn towards the love. Turn towards the love, sing. As you are my sunflower, and you are a light that lets me grow. And you are my sunflower. Turn towards the light. Down tango roots my thoughts will stray. Your gentle voice guide my way. Sing. Turn towards the love. Turn towards the love. Teach me of the sun above, the heat, the warmth of your love. Turn towards the love. Turn towards the love. 'Cause you are my sunflower, and you are a light that lets me grow. And you are my sunflower. Turn towards the lights. A simple life, a happy life, for all the wonders in the world. Grow flowers in the garden and a hive for the honeybee. Sing with us! 'Cause you are my sunflower, and you are a light that lets me grow. And you are my sunflower, and you are a light that lets me grow. You are. Thank you very much. We're going to do another American folk song. Me and Martin learned this from our dad. When we were kids, this was our favorite bedtime song. It's called The Long Black Veil. And for those of you who are a little confused why some people are laughing, for the remainder of this song, I just want to keep one image in your head. Two kids in their matching pajamas, Thomas the Tank Engine pajamas, that is, sitting on the edge of the bed listening to this very song as they fall asleep. 10 years ago, on a cold dark night, there was someone killed 'neath the town hall line. There were few at the scene, but they all did agree that the man who ran, he looked a lot like me. Questionable parenting. Now the judge said, son, what is your alibi? 'Cause if you were somewhere else, you won't have to die. I spoke not a word, although it meant my life, 'cause I had been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in a long black veil, and she visits my grave as the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Now the scaffold is high and eternity's near, and she stands in the crowd, and she sheds not a tear. But sometimes at night, when that cold wind blows in a long black veil, she cries, oh my bones. Sing it! She walks these hills in a long black veil, and she visits my grave as the night winds wail. Nobody knows, and nobody sees, and nobody knows but me. Sing it with us. 1, 2, 3. And she walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave as the night winds wail. Nobody knows, and nobody sees, and nobody knows but me. Nobody knows, and nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Thank you very much. We're going to do one more. I go on, it's sadder than that. We're going to do one more. That's the after party. No, thank you so much for coming out and supporting live music. It's been a wild few years, and I can tell you that I was doing an interview with the MATC students earlier, and I was thinking about why we do this. And honestly, when the world gets a bit dark around the edges, every night I step out on stage in front of people like you, it reminds me there is a lot of good in the world. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for smiling. Thank you for clapping. Most of all, thank you for being kind to each other. It's a weird world out there, but when I come to shows and I see people chatting, I know some of you have met at We Banjo 3 shows over the years. I know some of you are now friends. There's a whole group of women in Chicago called the Maureen's. We're gonna finish with this one. This is, honestly, let's just call it what it is. We're gonna finish with this one. Then we're going to play Musician Hide and Go Seek. And then we'll play one more for you. This is a song that just got released today. It's called Here in the Hush.
Here in the Hush is a song that I started writing in October 2023. There is an interesting thing happening in our world. There's a growing fear, a growing anger, frustration.
It's kind of heart-wrenching, and he explained, actually when I was pitching it a couple of weeks ago, he explained every single line of the lyrics to me, and they all have, each line has 10 different meanings that are all equally powerful. So I think I get really excited about just his artistry in it. And there's also just like some really fun tunes. And what really gets me excited is when Irish music kind of turns into other types of music or adapts the electronic edge that Here in the Hush has. So I think that's my favorite one, and it's just fun to jam out with Martin and Kiana and David and to just play some tunes together.
But I think all of us feel a sense of some amount of feeling that we can't really process or figure out right now. And I think that Here in the Hush is a strange culmination of my thoughts around the children that live in our world and just how they are a passenger to some of the decisions that we make as adults. How incredibly innocent some children get to be while other kids have to grow up very quickly.
Tears running wild, voices that call you, tracing your edge. Feel the fear to know your fate under the veil of an open sky. Lay down your heart, lay down your name, lay down your body, lay down again into the still, into a whisper, voices that call you, tracing your edge. Feel the fear, know your fate, into the echoes, into your veins. Lay down your heart, lay down your name, lay down your body, lay down again, lay down again. Over there on the bar, and give it up for Kate and Leahy. On the fiddle, on vocals, give it up for Kiana June Weber. On the mandolin, on the octave mandolin, Mr. Martin Howley. My name is David Howley. Did you have a good time tonight? All right, let's do some dancing. Up you get, on your feet. Here we go. Clap your hands, here we go. Ha, 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 Welcome back to the stage, the Glen Castle Irish Dancers. Should we do one more? Oh, you can take a seat for a minute. Hang on. Oh, Jesus. This is like Mass. We'll tell you when you can stand up and sit down. Thank you again, everybody, for coming. We are going to Green Bay, Wisconsin tomorrow. You know, growing up in Ireland, you hear about all these fantastic places. Paris, Milan, New York, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting live music. We hope you had a good time tonight. We'll be out at the end to meet you. Way down in the valley, between the skin and bone, deep in the heart of a place altogether unknown, she wails in the winter, shades from the blistering sun. So bow to the mountain, she is the one that stands alone. I'm in the darkness, one quiet step at a time. She sleeps there beside you. She is the bread and she is the wine. You worship in her shadow, sure she'll meet you there at the dawn. So bow to the mountain, she is the one that stands alone. Thanks for being here tonight. Here we go. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Kiana, June Weber, Martin Howley, Kate and Lee. My name is David Howley. Have a good night. Thank you.